And so what is the best place for a person to learn a different language? America? Only if they're studying English. Well, maybe not the best place, but if they're studying English, if you want to learn Mongolian, don't go to America. Trust me, I know. I've been there. I didn't learn any while I was there. The country where, maybe school? Some of you learned in school. I studied German in school. I remember nothing, so maybe it's not the best. From a book, possible. From the country that speaks the language, probably the best. But where are we? We're in Mongolia. We're not in the US, UK, Australia, Korea, Japan, Russia, whichever language we're trying to learn. Unless it's me learning Mongolian, in which case I have hit the jackpot. So what can we do to help the students? They're not in the native speaker environment. What can we do? We can make our classes as close to that environment as we can. And one way that the internet helps us is that when they go out of the classroom and they turn off the English button and they turn on the Mongolian button, when they go home to do their homework and you have activities for them on English websites where they have to write in English, think in English, well then they're kind of, for a little while, in this native speaker environment. You're sort of forcing a little bit at a time, you're forcing them to think in English. And so I have here a link to Yahoo Groups, maybe. And here is the Must English. This is where I have invited all of you. I actually want to show you the website that I made for, or the group that I made for my conversation class that I'm, or conversation club that I started. And this is what you first see when you go to any of the pages. You have a notification of that this is home, description of the page, and recent messages. And what I've done is I've sent a message to all of the students. They need to introduce themselves. So it's a little writing assignment. I gave them a, I have a sample. This is what I want them to do so they can follow what I did. And one of the most important parts about using the internet as an asset in the classroom is that if students think that the teacher isn't participating, they stop caring like that. It's amazing. If they think that it's just extra work that the teacher doesn't care about, they don't care about it either. So that's something that you have to put a little, you have to show the students that it's important. Maybe make it a grade, or put your opinions here so that when they're interacting on the website with the group, they see that you are participating too. And that makes a big difference. So this is the introduction question is just a very short biography. Would use a little bit of past tense, some and present tense, maybe a little bit of future. And so that's one of the activities. You can also do a poll, and which mine, I'm just curious, this is more for my information than anything else. Do you have a computer at home? So they can answer yes or no. It can also be used for a classroom in a way to guide what the students are interested in. What major topic would you like to talk about next week in class? Movies, history, music, and let them choose the one that gets the most votes, the one that the students are most excited about, and therefore most likely to learn. Choose it, and then do a week on movies. So that's something that you can do with a poll. It also has, just like any other place, it has a place for links. And so you can tell your students, I want you to go to this website, choose, you can either link to a general website or something very specific, like a page within this. And maybe it's going to work, and okay, maybe not. That's all right. They listen to something at home, and they can either come to school and tell you what they learned, what they listened to, or they can go back to a message and they can send you a message about what they listened to. So they're listening to something other than translated or subtitled movies or something. They're listening to English speech. Obviously, if you're teaching Russian, you would want to do a Russian website or others. But any one of those things would work very well. And then down here in the calendar, I don't think I put anything here. Yeah. This would be another place for you to give them when their homework is due. And so instead of getting at when you say, okay, turn in your homework, but I didn't know. Yeah, you did. You knew. I told you 2 times, and it's on the website. 0, or whatever. You can put when assignments are due, put activities outside of class that you would encourage them to do, English-speaking groups, or an activity at the Japanese Cultural Center, whatever. Something that you want them to do outside of school to practice. And then there also, you could put files. Something that I did at the university in the US is I would record myself asking a group of questions, and my students would use Sound Recorder, which is a program that is part of every notebook computer or any other computer that has Windows running on it. They record themselves answering the question, save it to the website, and then I listen and grade them. Maybe I do a pronunciation quiz or something. So it's a way for them to speak English or outside of the classroom. I don't actually have an example of this here, but I think it's something for a lot of us. We may not be familiar with it, but it's amazing how much more students know about their computers than we do. If you know about it, they probably know about it too, and have known about it and probably have used it before. Obviously, if you are using Yahoo and Yahoo Messenger, you can have a video chat if you have a webcam and if you want to really see your students outside of class. Maybe not always the best idea, or not even the best idea, but I don't know, sometimes when I finish with school, I don't want to think about it anymore. I don't want to see their faces anymore. So maybe the video chat thing, maybe you want to try it, maybe not. Who knows? But there are lots of ways to expand the classroom outside of the four walls and the chalkboard that we use every day. And Yahoo Groups is a really good way to expand our classrooms. Hey, that was faster than I thought. I also have a video that I made of how to start a Yahoo group. It's about 15 minutes long, and I'm not going to show it to you. I'm going to put it on our Yahoo group so you can watch it on your own whenever you want, if you want. So, are there any questions?